These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording Friday, March 22nd after Celtics, Pistons, Celtics earning a win over Sam's Pistons. I'm sorry to say it, Sam.
It's okay. It's a win-win. We're not trying to win games right now. We're trying to tank.
Exactly. 129 to 102, a 27-point win for the Celtics, who were missing Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, by the way, who is dealing with an injury, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a future pod. But Jaylen Brown Jaylen had 33. I didn't realize Jaylen had 33 in this game. Jaylen Brown, 33 points.
33.
Derek White inching on a triple-double with 19 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. Pritchard had 20 and 9. Hauser had his 14. Tillman got the start. Porzingis had 9. It was just a good game for the Celtics. They shot 53% from the field, only 36% from deep, but it didn't matter. They did miss 8 free throws, but luckily the Pistons also missed 4, and they took far less. Yeah, good win for the Celtics. Good for them. Who battled off.
You changed your tune from earlier there, buddy. Listen, complaining the entire
every
game.
Win, as RJ says, every win is a good win. The Celtics. I don't think the Celtics played well in this game, but getting a win at this point in the season is a win. And it doesn't matter how you get there. I believe that, and I said that when I was talking.
The NBA has Tatum on the recap of this.
I saw.
Yeah, because you pulled up the stats too. Yeah, I mean, Kristaps is more efficient than I thought he was. 7 of 15, barely below 50%. Probably should be shooting higher than 50% against a team like the Pistons, though, for what it's worth. So, again, to me, Porzingis is kind of a guy to keep an eye on going forward here. Like, is he struggling to adjust to the new officiating where they're playing a little bit harder, letting him play a bit? He got away with free throws a lot this year. He only shot 4 tonight. Derek White, inefficient as well. 5 of 14, 1 of 7 from 3. Not pissed. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is not me complaining. I'm just like, yeah, keep an eye on it. Need them to break out of the slump soon. Payton Pritchard, excellent. 8 of 15, 4 of 9 from 3, 9 assists, 20 points. This man has been on an absolute tear. He's playing with an immense amount of confidence. If he keeps this up, he's going to be a major X factor in the playoffs for the Celtics. He's going to be able to take over segments of games and, pour the scoring on the opposing team. I'm excited to see him continue to grow. You're probably going to see more of him tomorrow night in Chicago against the Bulls. Obviously, that's not like a crazy game that everyone's just sitting here thinking about. But overall, this was a whatever game. A lot of these are whatever games. Kind of boring. Playoffs are in a month. Just trying to get there healthy. And didn't love that Porzingis came back in this game with like 5 minutes left. They were up $1 billion and they put him back in.
That was weird. Yeah,
weird.
Before we talk about what Sam was referencing about me saying they were bad, Pritchard first, because that's the thumbnail of the video, and he was awesome. This dude is just a monster. Like 20 points, 2 rebounds, 9 assists, 8 of 15 from field, 4 of 9 from 3. The way he's been playing, though, is what's impressing me. Because, he is playing like a guy who should be starting every single night. And obviously, he's not as good as Derek White, not as good as Drew Holiday. That's not what I'm saying. But, Sam, how many teams around the league would Payton Pritchard start for, realistically?
We've had this conversation before. He would start Toronto.
Probably Toronto. I guess it is tough because there are a lot of point guards in the league. A better question, I think,
Brooklyn?
I think the better question, yes, I think so, is how many teams around the league would he get 30 minutes a night for? I think that's a more fair assessment.
Okay.
And I think the answer is
teams he would start
probably a lot.
No, he would not. He would not start on the Pistons.
He wouldn't start on the Pistons, but I don't think that's a testament to Pritchard. I think it's a testament to how talented the point guard position is, regardless of that question.
It is.
The point is, Payton Pritchard has been phenomenal recently. I don't know.
Did he start for the
stats.
Spurs?
Probably yes. He'd start for this iteration of the Grizzlies too. He'd probably start for the Wizards. Tyus Jones, I guess maybe, but I don't know. The point is, Payton Pritchard has been awesome. Watching him play like this has been a joy to watch. Noah Dalzell tweeted, "This guy's an all-star." Got cooked, and then he's been amazing. His last 5 games, 14 points, 3.5 rebounds, 5 assists on 30 minutes a night, shooting 45% from the field and 47% from 3. He's a monster. He's one of the best shooters in the league. We've seen that. Not only that, he's creating his own shots. He's getting into the lane. He's creating for others. And he plays with this mentality that all of Boston loves to watch. And I think that's why he's been a fan favorite ever since he's been here. Like, just the mentality he plays with, his ability to scrap on defense, everything like that. I say it every time, and I sound like a broken record. This man makes $7 million now. This contract
Not
is going
even
to
yet.
quickly. This is what I'm saying. This is going to be looked at as one of the best contracts in the league in a very short time. And I know we don't want to think about that right now, and knock on wood, we're not going to have to. Like, he is under contract beyond the point where, like, Holiday could potentially retire. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they have now a guy who can step in. He's not going to give you the defense, but like Sam said it the other day, like Celtics should probably contend for a title if Pritchard was the starting point guard still. You don't want that, and they wouldn't
playing
be as
like
good,
this, yeah.
But like he's a beast. So credit to him. What I was saying about the Celtics not playing super well, they kind of didn't. Like, this feels like a game where if the Pistons were the Bulls or the Hawks instead of the Pistons, it probably would have been like a 5-point win. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this would have been a lot closer of a game. The Pistons are really bad. The Celtics gave up. I don't know the numbers because they're not out yet, but be curious to look afterwards. The Pistons got a ton of open threes. Like, the Celtics were not closing out well enough in the first half. It felt like the Pistons could get a paint touch whenever they wanted. Like, they were just getting a paint touch every possession. It was leading to good things for them. And the first quarter was really close. He had 34 points in the first, which is the 6th most they've given up to any team all season. It was terrible. To their credit, they followed that up by then allowing, let's take a look here, 19 in the second, 30 again in the third, but then 19 again in the fourth. So they balanced it out a little bit. Meanwhile, they put up 32, 37, 35, 25. So that'll do it for you. But I didn't love the defense. I thought the Pistons got a few too open things. The defensive rebounding was horrendous. James Wiseman looked like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in this game. He was genuinely good, and we can talk about him too. And then the offense just felt too one-dimensional to me. Like, it didn't feel like they were passing a lot, and they could get away with it because the Pistons were bad. But it was a lot of, we're going to find a mismatch. We're going to die on the hill of finding the mismatch. We're going to get to it. And again, I said at the start of the show, and Sam gave me shit for it. A win is a win. Like, genuinely, I believe that. And I was saying it when we were talking in the playback. Like, at this point in the season, like, you can tell the Celtics first, like, let's just get this win, whatever means possible. We'll get out of here. We don't need to bring our best stuff. We're going to relax a little bit at least. And that's fine. I get it. At this point in the season, like, I'm not going to be thrilled with it if it's against a great team, like maybe the Bucks in the fourth quarter. But against a team like the Pistons, and you can get away with not playing your best and win by fucking 27 points, it's all right. So I don't want this to come across as me, like, completely bitching. I think those are noteworthy things. Like, if anything, you can spin it into a positive and say the Celtics didn't play good basketball. They fucking destroyed this team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to both sides. Pistons were really bad. Celtics good. And they both kind of fell into those roles at parts of this game that may have been important. Like, Pistons had a lead at the end of the first quarter. They could have built on it. Instead, the Celtics said, that's enough of that. They gave up like no points in the second quarter, and they scored all the points. And that was the end of the game. That was the last time it was even close. And the Celtics did a great job of just making their presence known. They said, that's enough. Put their foot down. And they did what everyone begs them to do against these teams. Even in the fourth quarter, it got to what? 14? And everyone was like, yeah, there it is. There's
This
the
game chart.
clapback Celtics right there.
Yeah, it got down 15 actually was the lowest because it's right at the line. So
they just kind of aren't screwing around at the worst times anymore.
They're screwing around just enough that we're like, what the hell is happening? Then they're like, oh, never mind. That's okay. Like, you're fine.
Football season may be over, but the action on the floor is heating up. Whether it's a tournament season or the fight for a playoff home court, there's no shortage of high-stakes basketball moments this time of year. Get in on the excitement with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where you can turn your hoops knowledge into serious cash. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Prize Picks is really simple to play, and I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds. Download the app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Use the code CLNS for the first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
And then, like, Jalen mega efficient today, and he didn't even like force it. He had 4 turnovers, which isn't great. Even with 4 steals, not a single assist.
Yeah, I don't love that on a night like tonight. I don't know how many of Jalen's turnover were. Yeah, okay, that tracks. 2 of his 4 turnovers were in the first quarter. I don't know when the others were, but it felt like he started the game a bit too head down. And then he corrected himself and was just like playing within the flow of the offense. And so credit to him. I mentioned it, dude. James Wiseman was fucking killing them in this game. Like,
James
I don't know
Wiseman.
Thumbnail
Somebody
him.
wants to get paid this summer.
James Wiseman.
He wants to be on an NBA team in October.
It's true. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of those rebounds offensive. 11 to 13 from the field. He was like genuinely good in this game, except for the 2 times he traveled.
Yeah, you really don't see a ton of travels from big guys in the NBA. But Wiseman managed to do it twice. And
he cannot travel.
He's just weird. Like, he's clearly talented to some extent. He may not be the most talented between the ears, and that's why he is not able to play on a real team. Didn't work with the Warriors. Everybody thought he would be able to fit in there, but they were asking him to do stuff he probably never did as a player. Like, you have to think, we talked about this on the stream. Gatorade Player of the Year as a high school basketball player. Goes to Memphis and then doesn't really play college basketball because of COVID and it was all weird. And then he gets drafted second, tries to go into a Warriors team that is experienced, but also Curry's not playing and Clay's not playing and Draymond's kind of playing.
You know that's a good point. Like, sorry, not to cut you off, but like, do you think he would have had a better career if those guys were healthy and he had a fully healthy season with them?
No. I think there would have been more. Yeah, because I think if you're James Wiseman and you're coming into the NBA and you've gone your whole life being the guy, you're the best high school player in the nation, you win the Gatorade Award, and then you go to Golden State and you're asked to sit there and set picks for Curry off the ball, it's probably a little bit jarring. And I think that's still part of why he didn't adjust well. Now that he's in Detroit, still hasn't really found his footing, still hasn't been great for them. He's been better this month. I know you pulled up the last 15 games or whatever, and he was 7-6.
It was all right, yeah.
Like, I don't know. He's also still, 21, 22? He's not very old. Yeah. So he's still got so much time to learn, and I think that's the real thing he needs to figure out is the instinct.
Turning 23, yeah. Yeah, he was fine in this game. It's just, you can see why it hasn't, come together yet. Caden, Jaden, Ivy were all right. Jaden Ivy actually had a pretty efficient game. He hit the 16 on the dot for us. Jalen let us down with the no assists. Jalen had 4 steals, though, which was good.
You were impressed by Svi.
I think Svi played well. I think Svi has been playing well. He didn't put up a ton of stuff in this game. And I don't think this game was particularly like super impressive, but he had 3 points, 2 rebounds. I think Svi's defense looks like miles better than where it was even in the like preseason. I remember Svi was just like stepping up. There was one play tonight where he was pretty bad, where he like stepped up on too high on a ball and just got blown by. So that was bad. But I think overall he's been much better. He's taking advantage of like playing off the ball. I thought this was a pretty underwhelming Tillman game, considering he got the start. He played all right defense, but he didn't really do much in his time out there. He didn't get a lot of shots. He wasn't like, I think to his credit, like obviously didn't come together in this one, because he only took 2 shots and Tillman took 2 shots as well. But like Luke Cornett's ability to find shots for himself within the offense and get himself open is like far beyond where Tillman's at. And that could partially be the height and like what he uses to his advantage versus Tillman standing behind the 3-point line a little bit more. But Luke also had 4 assists, so I think he's also just a little bit better at facilitating. Different things though, different strokes for different folks, as they say. Derek White was good in this game as a facilitator. 1 of 7 from 3 is not what you want to see, but that also means he shot 4 of 7 from 2-point range, which isn't terrible. And 11 assists is 11 assists, so credit to him for that. You mentioned Porzingis. I agree. It's like, all right, brother, come on now. We're 2 of 11 in our last 2 games now. He was red hot before that, so credit, but like, you really want him to be making those. Outside of that, Nimish Keita came in for garbage time, played all right. JD Davis in a 3, Jordan Walsh had a dunk. Jaden Springer's the only guy who didn't take a shot. I'm trying to think. Sam Hauser back. Yes, this is what I want to talk about. Back from injury. We said 4 threes for him on the pregame, Sam. 4 of 11. Look at that. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. I stand by it. Sam Hauser jump shots are my favorite thing to watch on this team. I stand on it. He's awesome.
He's moving well without the ball. He's doing the no-dip threes. I don't know what the hell just happened. I hope I'm still here.
You're here. Welcome. Oh, my God.
Both my screens turned black. I was very scared. He had a good return game. Obviously, when you are coming off an ankle injury, you're not going to be super comfortable out there the first time moving around. Missed a transition layup, but he did make some big threes in this game. And I think they came at timely moments. Like he made some in the first half when they were kind of going back and forth with the Pistons and then continued to pour it on once the lead grew. So happy with him. This was just another like whatever game. It's just
Your boy made a 3 though.
he did,
in the
O'Shea.
corner.
1 of 1, 100%.
That it did. Anything else? I think we covered it all. It's another Jalen quiet 30-point game. Oh, last thing, and then we get out of here. The free throws, you got to make them. I'm sorry. I'm over it. I'm over the free throws. I'm over it, brother. 4 of 7 from the free throw line from Jalen is not great. His last 5 games, he's shooting 70% from the line. His last 15 games, he is shooting 66% from the line.
70
Can't
on the
happen.
year, right?
Yeah, can't happen. Can't like that's not a thing. He made progress last year too. Like he got took a step up last year at the free throw line. He was
good of a jump shooter, not to.
Dude, this is insane. 76% from the line last year, 70% this year, and he's only taking 0.6 fewer per game. Like, how does that happen? Like, it's not like he's taking a lot less, so he doesn't see him as much. Like, what are we doing? That can't be happening. You can't do that.
I feel like he was a lot better at free throws earlier in his career. No, maybe not. Maybe he's just never been good at them, huh?
No, he
never.
was really, really bad early on. He was 64% early on, which is insane. But yeah, he can't get it. And for all the crap you give Tatum as a free throw shooter, because he misses them sometime, and he is shooting worse than last year.
It feels like he used to be better.
Well, I mean, he's down to 83% this year from his peak at 87. He was 85 last year, so he's a little bit down. You're right, but like 83 is a big difference from 70. Like that is a huge difference.
Yeah.
But anyways, we can get out of here unless you have anything else.
No.
Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in. We just did the Celtics vlog playback, so we are wiped. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to How About Them Celtics. Full pod will be out tomorrow because this is going on Saturday. Yeah. And yeah, I'll let Sam wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads coming at you at 5 a.m. The full pods are there Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Talking Seasons, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday at 11 a.m., Friday at a different time. Also, game recaps, day after games, just like this one. Pre-game, half hour before every single game. And yeah, we're here for you. You can also find us on Spotify and Apple. Follow us there for the audio pods and game recaps. They go right to your inbox. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate it. You can find us via email. hbtcpod@gmail.com is the address for that. If you have thoughts on the Pistons game, send them along. I'm sure you'll have something to say about the Bulls game, maybe. I don't know if we're going to be doing those, but whatever. Definitely email us. We like to hear from you. You can find us on socials at How About Them C's. That's Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The Facebook is just the name of the pod. Our streams are there. They're on YouTube, and they are on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at Jack's Money NBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus. These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Cool. Did it end?
Man.
Did it not end?
It's still going.